Welcome to another meeting of TV Holics Anonymous. Welcome to another meeting of TV Holics Anonymous. My name is Ruru and I'm a TV Holic. There's no Mimi here again today, it's just me flying solo. And I'm just going to get on with the episode. So it is Wednesday, episode 3 of season 2. And it's called Call Off the Woe. So this episode basically centers around a camping trip, and it's about Wednesday's continued investigation of the murders, and it's continuing despite a setback with her powers, because her powers aren't really working. Her powers of premonition aren't really working, so when she's touching something and trying to get a premonition, although she touches it and waits for the premonition, nothing's coming to her, and it's increasingly upsetting her, and she doesn't know what's going on. So yeah, I feel like they could have given Wednesday better powers, powers of premonition. Yeah, it's a power, but it's not that great. What about an active physical power, not a mental power? Just my 2 cents there. Anyway, so yeah, what happens is that Wednesday basically gets a new lead. So Wednesday attends Sheriff Galpin's funeral when she's no longer a suspect by the police, by the sheriff. And then she attends the funeral. And this is basically where she learns from Dr. Fairburn that Galpin had visited Tyler. And this basically was prompted a violent outburst from the Hyde, which is within Tyler. And with the help of Angie's shape-shifting friend, Wednesday basically unlocks Galpin's phone, because the shape-shifting friend turns into Galpin, and then the phone is unlocked because it uses Face ID. So they do this in order to basically find what's on the phone, and what they do find is voice messages revealing a hidden cabin near the campsite. So there's a campsite as well. Also, a challenge of powers happens here. So Wednesday's psychic powers are blocked, as I talked about before, and she believes that she needs Goody Adams's book to regain them. So Goody Adams is her aunt, her mother's sister, and she challenges her mother basically for this. So Morticia, her mother Morticia, she challenges her to an Addams family traditional blind duel to determine who gets to keep the book. And the duel takes place while Wednesday is at the camping trip. So the parents because they're living on the school campus for now, they decide to basically tag along to this school trip as well, unbeknownst to the children. They just turn up. Oh yeah, and in all these episodes as well, I forgot to talk about the fact that that what's his name? Pudsley has his pet zombie that he's bringing along everywhere, and he brings it along to this camping trip as well. So the camping trip, let's talk about that. Wednesday, she's initially reluctant, but she joins the school camping trip just to investigate the cabin that she found out about on Galpin's phone. And then they have to, in order to keep the camping ground, they have to do it's been double booked, so they have to do this game of capture the flags in order to like win to they have to win in order to see who gets to stay on the camping grounds. They're like Cub Scouts or something, like kind of like a scouts group or their school, Nevermore. So they win, and Wednesday basically wins for them, like helps them win. And then it turns into like basically the rivalry with the other like team turns into like a color war between like Nevermore students with the rival group. I believe they were the like cadets or like Phoenix cadets or something like that. And Wednesday basically, like I said, leads the team to victory. And basically there's a lot of like colored at the end. There's like their color flare goes off or something like that. And I don't know, can't remember exactly, but that's what happened. And then the the bullpen cabin. So basically, at the cabin, Wednesday discovers the obituaries of like former Willow High patients. So Willow Hill patients. So basically, Willow Hill is a psychiatric institution that the Hyde and Tyler is being kept at right now. And she finds evidence that they're supposed to like their cremations were like fake. They faked their cremations basically. So her rival, Avon, sends a crow to steal the evidence. The avian, aviator, or you know what I mean. The Avon, the person who has powers of like aviation, stuff like that, to do with birds, sends a crow to steal the evidence, basically, that Wednesday has obtained from the cabin. And then Wednesday and her sidekicks kind of concoct a desperate plan. So Wednesday, still without her powers, she like learns that a new villain is behind the disappearances, and she realizes she needs to help. Not she needs to help, she needs help, and convinces her uncle Fester, to get himself committed to Willow Hill to investigate. So, Uncle Fester is more than happy to go to the mental institution. He feels like it's like he's acting like it's some kind of like holiday, and that he's like checking in. And it is also like hinted that her grandmother's rival, a former Nevermore teacher named Augustus Stonehurst, is connected to the mystery as well. Also, a family mystery is involved as well. So during her duel with Morticia, it's revealed that Morticia's sister, Ophelia, also had a strong psychic ability and an impatience to match Wednesdays. Basically, she was extremely impatient. And this is like, they draw this like to be some sort of like ominous parallel. So there is a shocking ending to this episode. The episode ends with like a dramatic like cliffhanger. So Fester is inside Willow Hill and finds a hidden block of cells where the dead patients are being held. He frees them, but is then attacked by a transformed Galpin Hyde, who leaves Fester for dead and Wednesday unconscious, basically. And the episode ends with the revelation that there is a larger conspiracy at play, basically, involving the dead patients and the new, more dangerous enemy. So that's interesting. And we're gonna do not part two, but episode 4 soon. So listen out for that. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. We're on all podcast platforms, and also we are on socials too, so check us out there too. Mimi should be back pretty soon. Bye.